side of 1,000 loving smiles, reminding you when you were just a child. And the loving that your heart can embrace when the stillness comes alive. With every breath you open up your eyes, and all ideas of time and space dissolve when the world flows through your veins, and suddenly nothing else remains. And you are the most alive. And you are the most amazing people I've ever known. And the loving that your heart can embrace when the stillness comes alive. With every breath you open up your eyes, and all ideas of time and space dissolve, and the world flows through your veins. Suddenly nothing else remains. Nothing is the same. And you are the most alive. You are the most amazing people I've ever known. I've ever known. Oh, I've ever known. And I feel my brothers who, and I love my sisters who, and when we come together, I love you all. And when we heal the whole world.
All right. Thank you, Sam and Luci. I'm starting to feel like I'm like the special MC because whenever I have to be SSL, they are here. Not have to be. Whenever I'm gifted and blessed enough to be SSL, they are a musical guest. So love that. What a wonderful song. You guys really are the most amazing people that I've been fortunate enough to know. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Yes. All right. It's been a while since I've been up here. I know I've been MIA. I'm here, but for a limited time only. But I'm happy all the same. I'm Stephanie. For any of you that don't know, do we have any newcomers? Hey, Star. Do we have any newcomers here? Any first timers? Anyone? No? Okay. We're all family here. Love it. If there were some first timers, we'd pass out roses, but that's great. That's more for me. I'll take them with me after service. As we continue trickling in, let's make sure that we have our cell phones silenced because we really don't want to be interrupted and taken out of this beautiful space. Ooh, okay. See, I know I haven't been here for a while, but I'm going to ask again because some people came in. Are y'all first timers? Yes? Yes, we do have first timers here. Everybody give it up. Don't worry, don't freak out. My excitement is just because I'm so happy you're here. All right, wonderful. Okay, well, welcome to Unity. All right, we'll get going. We will go through our vision, mission, and core values. And I believe they will be up on the screen because Sally is amazing. If you didn't know, she's back there keeping us all afloat with the technology. It's just the suspense, you guys. She just likes to build it up, What's the rush? We only get to be here once a week. We can just enjoy it. All right, that's all right. We're going to go old school. We'll go analog. I'm sure we can all appreciate that. If you look to this side of the room, you'll see up on our banners, and you can say it along with me, starting with vision. Centered in divine love and wisdom, we joyfully create a world united in positive spirituality. Mission. Through prayer, meditation, spiritual education, and service, we put God's love into action. Core values: spirit-led, love, generosity, gratitude, inclusivity. All right, good job. Clap it up. Give yourselves a round of applause again. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we get the energy going. I think this is when I transition over to Rev, so buckle up, buttercups.
What's up? Steph in the house. Y'all, this is actually pretty special because in a short few weeks, Stephanie is actually going to be transitioning to a whole nother state. So before she leaves today, I want y'all to love on Stephanie. So a quick little announcement. On August 9th, can we say August 9th? On August 9th, Stephanie, Sally, and Charlotte are going to be ordained on August 9th. Okay? Yes. So it's going to be Reverend Stephanie, okay? So what that means is they'll be ordained on August 9th, and August 10th, Stephanie's on a flight going to her new life. So when we see Stephanie today, just love on her, and we appreciate you so much, Steph. So this is our moment where we call our evocation. Can we say evocation? So an evocation is simply to evoke what is already there, right? We're not going to call into our lives anything. We're just acknowledging what's already there. And so in this moment, we are acknowledging that what we call God was here long before we arrived on this planet, in these bodies, in this form. And so in this moment, we affirm that there is only love. So I invite you to take a cleansing breath when we hit the gong. We hit the gong a second time, affirming that if there is only God, if there is only love, that means that we are love. We are it. So we hit the gong a second time, affirming the truth of who we are. We hit the gong a third and final time. As we affirm that there is only God, only love, and as we affirm that we are the articulation of that love, that God, we also have what we call life. We got parking tickets. We got the annoyances of bills and all the other stuff. And so we hit the gong a third time as a reminder to bring the truth of who we really are into all we encounter. And so it is.
Open my eyes so I can see more clearly. Open my heart so I can love more myself in eternal bliss. Open my eyes so I can see more clearly. Open my heart so I can love more deeply. Open my mind so I can know thee all and lose myself in eternal bliss.
Okay. Is her son here? Yes. Can I get your help one more time? So last week, her son was helping me out. Let me get your help. All right. So I need you to pass these out to whoever didn't get a flower last week. And let's see. Beverly, can I borrow your help real quick? I know. Beverly!
Beverly.
Can you hand these out wherever you feel led? Just wherever you feel led. Okay, so as y'all know, we give these flowers to our newcomers. And for all of us who are receiving it today, what I would love for you to do is to be ready to be attacked, okay? So if you have a flower, be ready to be attacked, okay? What do I mean? All of my Unity people, I am calling on you, anybody with a flower, I want you to go up to them and find out a new fact. Find out something special about them, right? Many of our conversations are right there on the surface, like, how's the weather? How's your niece? And then, boom, we bolt into the food or whatever. What I want us to do is take the conversation a little bit deeper. Is that okay? And it's okay if you have to say, remind me of your name again. Can we do that? All right, let's do that. So if you're new to Unity, or not new, we love to party up in here. And one way we party is we like to celebrate. Do we have anybody in our circle who celebrated a birthday last week? Any birthdays? What? Yes! That's all right. We still celebrate your birthday. 21, you got it. Do we have any anniversaries in the house? Anybody who had an anniversary last week? What? Okay, y'all got to tell me, how long has it been?
31.
31. That, y'all, this is a walking miracle, okay? We know how hard relationships, how much effort it takes. In 31 years, that's a gift. Do we have anyone in our community who celebrated any milestone? You started working on that book, you raked the yard, or whatever, right? All right, whatever it was. Oh, yes, I see some milestones all over the space. Amanda, I see you, yes. And lastly, we affirm that in our journey, our body temple has a lot of little nooks and crannies that we discover as we get older, right? So you might have a little ache that came out of nowhere, right? Or this, why is this flu still lingering? Whatever the thing is, if this was a week where your body temple needed a little extra love, just give me a little wave. Okay, I see them waves, yes, yes. And finally, we have many in our community who are moving through a grieving journey. And as we know, grieving doesn't stop. There is not a finish line. And some of us are at the very beginning, And so we want to wrap our arms around all of our loved ones who are moving through their healing journey, specifically with grief. Okay, so we just did our evocation. And if we affirm that there is only God, and we are the articulation of what we call God, we can love on each other, and it has healing power. So I want y'all to rub your hands together like you're getting ready for a good meal. And I want you to extend your hands to those around you. There were a lot of hands that were waved for various reasons. And I want you to repeat after me. We see you. And we know you for who you truly are.
We know you for who you truly are.
God in expression.
God in expression.
We love you.
We love you.
We celebrate you. and we wrap our arms around you on your sacred walk. So do me a favor, keep those hands up and just kind of wave at somebody. What's up? Hey, girl. I see them new shoes you got on, whatever it is. What's up? What's up? Okay. And her son, this flower is for you. Okay? Okay? I saved one. We love you so much. And listen, this is the second week her son was passing out flowers and did not keep one for himself. So I said, you know what? I got you. Okay. So we light this candle. We call it our unity candle. We light this candle as a symbol of our oneness. And we also light the green candle honoring our heart chakra. As you know, this entire year we've been talking about our chakra system. And so we're talking about our heart these next couple of weeks. And so it is.
Every morning I see beauty in your eyes. Out at sea we watch the clouds and find the world is ours. So won't you come and see the way unfold, the story told, the lines undone. It's better when we're one. Time and space cannot define our lives anymore. Lifting off, defying gravity, we know we're free. So won't you come and see the way unfold, the story told, the lines undone. It's better when we're one. Expanding every moment feels brand new. Ever after, happily, I'll stay right here with you. So won't you come and see the way unfold, the story told, the lines undone. better when we're one. It's better when we're one.
All right, so let's get to the fun stuff about our community. What we have, Charlotte's here. Okay, cool. All right, so focused. All right, I'm locked in. So what we have coming up as a community, first I want us to get excited about next week, July 27th at 12:30 p.m. We're gonna have our Hello July Potluck. All right, so make sure that you bring a dish inspired by your favorite recipe for the season. Not to be biased, but it is cherry season right now, so I don't know if I'll be inspired to want to make something with cherries, but I could because they're my favorite. So that's a little fun fact since I was given a rose to go beneath the usual conversation. All right, and then we also have a passion for words, prose, poetry, lyrics. So this will be the first and third Thursday of each month from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So it'll be here at Unity, last room on the left. So this is going to be a group for ex-writers that have experienced the desire to put ink to paper, or writers that desire to share their current work. So a great way to stay connected within your community and to also expand your creativity. So come on out, don't be shy. Excuse me, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so I know I sound congested, so thank you for your patience and trying to understand me. All right, and next we have Help Save Our Deck. Love that so much. Right? Save our deck. It's been so good to us, and it allows us to go outside and bask in the sunshine. So I believe, okay, so our goal is $10,000, which will cover the cost of wood replacement, ceiling, and the ceiling will be done 6 months later, and painting. So look at where we're at already. Where young creators unleash their imagination through the power of the arts. And that'll be directed by Reverend Marcy. And we are going to hear a few words from her because no one will be able to explain it better than her.
First off, thanks so much for mentioning this. This is so exciting for all of us. Number one, it's the first program of its kind. So what it is, it's a program for children from 6 to 11 to learn all about the creative arts and performing arts, but the energy that's underneath them as well. So it's our introduction to energy for children and how to integrate it and utilize it so that they can be the greatest expression of the God within them as well. So we're going to have so much fun. We're doing storytelling, we're doing improv, we're doing music composing, we're doing writing, we're creating games. We have so many things on deck, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yay! Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, clap it up. That is such a great age to introduce them to that because I'm sure it's going to build so much confidence and self-awareness. And I mean, we need more, right? We need more expressions of divine love out in the world. So start them young. And then lastly, we've got a summer book study on the Bhagavad Gita, and that will begin August 7th. It'll be on Zoom, so don't worry if you have a crazy busy schedule. You can just open up your laptop and show up. And I think, is that being led by you, Carla? Okay, wonderful. All right, if you've not ever been a part of a book study with Carla, like, run, don't walk, okay? She is such a great teacher and mentor and really gets deep down into the meaning of things. So I think that will be wonderful. I know that if I had more time on my schedule, I would be on there for sure. So we'll see if I can carve out that time. So that wraps it up for the community announcements. Excuse me while I put down my phone and do the daily word, unless Rev is...
Just a quick announcement. So on August 9th, and Celeste will be doing it. Yeah, so Les is on deck.
Yes.
Yes. A quick announcement that on August 9th, so it's a packed day of activities. So August 9th, Charlotte, where you at? You just walked in. Sally and Stephanie, as I mentioned, they will be ordained that day, that afternoon, to be reverends. That morning, we will have a new member class, right? Led by Reverend Carla Palmer. So if you've been a member, a long-time member, if you're a new kid on the block, if you just want to get back to the foundations of how this whole organization came to be, it's a one-time class. So we're trying a new format. So it's going to be one morning, and then the very next day, our new members will be inducted. So it's a new format that we're experimenting with. But just to repeat, on August 9th that morning. So if you have any questions about new membership class, Carla will be able to take care of it.
Good morning. So I'm going to read the daily word. I just want to say, for me, the daily word is extremely important. And what gets me about the daily word is many times it's exactly what I needed to hear that day. It's amazing. And when I read what the daily word was for today, it fit perfectly. Something I personally really needed to hear. So the daily word today is surrender. And the affirmation is, spiritual surrender is my path to peace. This comes from Proverbs chapter 23, verse 26. My child, give me my heart, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways. It's natural to have ideas and preferences about how things should be and to work towards the results I want. But I can exhaust myself in my attempt to exert control over my life's circumstances. In fact, the more I try, the less control I feel I have. Releasing the illusion of control, I practice spiritual surrender. So much more than giving up, surrendering my efforts and my hopes to the divine within me is an act of empowerment. It means living my faith that God is in and through all things. It means trusting that there are outcomes better than the ones I have imagined. I surrender to God's peace and perfection within me. I give up trying to control outcomes and relax, welcoming serendipity and ease. Surrender is the way. The affirmation again, spiritual surrender is my path to peace.
So as y'all know, we have a lot of ways that we do our opening prayer. Right? Sometimes we stand and we hold community. Sometimes we get in a circle, especially when we have some healing touch that's needed. Today, we're going to do a special prayer for Gabe. So, Gary, if I can get you and stand up for me right here. And if I can get all of us to stand up if we're able. And Shirley, can I get you in this circle as well? Okay. All right, so just to put some context, Shirley is at the very beginning of her healing journey through grief. And we got news today that Gabe was found unconscious in India. So he's currently being tended to by doctors. And as y'all know, all my parents in the house, you know how scary it is and to feel like you have no power. So what you just said, Celeste, is spot on. This is our surrender. So what I would love us to do in this moment is, just as we did earlier today, we're going to just simply extend our hands and our arms to Shirley and to Gary, right? And all we're doing in this moment is we're just going to center our breath, and as best we can, we're going to send our love in this direction. I invite everybody outside of this circle to take a deep breath and close your outer eye if it's your practice. As we breathe, we imagine love radiating from us and to them. And we are aware that we are not the creator of this love. We are the channel through which this love expresses itself. We are it. So in this moment, we are extending our hands to Shirley and her family, to Gary, knowing that Gabe, wherever he is, feels this shock of love and support. We affirm in this divine moment that everything is divine, including us. And we see Gabe perfect as he is now, just as he is. That whatever his body temple needs, it finds comfort, it finds support, and all those in his surroundings are guided by an intelligence that defies explanation, and he receives everything he needs. Here, now. Can we say now? And in this moment, we also affirm Shirley's perfection. The love that is expressed in this room envelops her and lifts her to the cosmos. And everyone in her family that is grieving the loss of that young life sees it as an opportunity to surrender more, here, now. Can we say now? And everybody in this circle, there may be a name, there may be a person, there may be a community. Top of mind, I want you to allow the words or the name or the community to just slip off your tongue. We affirm that this place, this building, this concentration, this potency is so strong that all those people, all those communities, all those individuals feel this love touch now. Can we say now? That they are perfect as they are, that there is no finish line, that there is no thing to get done. There is no next step. It is done now, just as they are. Perfect and whole as divine expressions. Now I want you to say your name. I want you to say your name again. One more time. We affirm the divinity that we are, because if we say God is everywhere, God is here. God is here. I invite all of us to take a cleansing breath. As you lower your hands, we will not lower our hearts in extending its love to Gabe and Shirley and Gary, that on their sacred walk, all is well now. Can we say now? You may be seated.
Oh, every time I look outside, I remember that I see a dream unfolding before me. Oh, every time I look outside, I remember all the things I seek are already within me. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. 'Cause I remember all that I am is ever-flowing love. 'Cause I remember all that I am is ever-flowing love.
Thank you so much, Sam and Lucy. What's really amazing is this is what flow looks like. So Sam and Lucy answered the call because Pinta Rose is currently in Canada. Her mom is at the end of her life's journey in this physical body. And so Sam and Lucy were ready and said, we got you. So in this prayer, we're also sending love to Pinta Rose with her and her family, and an expressed love for y'all showing up. It's always special having you. The other day, I was looking at a talk from Eckhart Tolle. And so every spiritual teacher has their thing, right? And so as I'll track Eckhart Tolle's talks over the years, thank God for YouTube, you actually hear the same thing over and over again, right? And then I was like, let me check out what Deepak Chopra is talking about. And so I found his most recent video. It was 3 weeks old. And then I found a video from 13 years ago. He's saying the same thing. I'm like, okay. And then I found Sadhguru, right? I was like, okay, if y'all don't know, just type it in. He's known as a modern day mystic. And so I found a talk, he and Deepak, they did an interview, and I was like, okay, let's see what he's talking about. And so now he looks cool. He has on big shades, he has a ponytail. My man is looking good, okay? But he's talking about the same thing. And I had a conversation with Christina earlier this week, and she reminded me that I actually talk about the same thing every week. And I'm like, you know what, Christina, whoa, that's true. And so what I'm coming to learn is every last one of us, we have a divine offering that we're bringing into this iteration. Every last one of us. And for some of us who have a mic, we have one track, one beaten path. And y'all can probably guess what my beaten path is. That path is that we don't have to reach outside of ourselves. We don't have to yearn for a God outside of our understanding to say, please, I am worthy. Did you see all of my acts? Because I know you was watching. That we don't have to do that. We can surrender. Thank you for that word, Celeste. We can surrender that God. And we can say yes to the expressed truth that we are it. We are it. The other day, Laurie was like, yeah, I heard your talk. People were saying that you either with unity or not after that talk. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay. And I need y'all to know from my vantage point, I can see people get up and leave, okay? And not come back. And I also get the emails that y'all don't know about, okay? So and what I do is, and Sally said, can't you go to AI? I said, yeah, I could, but I gotta make this personal. I often get emails from people who say, what do you mean I am divine? That doesn't make sense. And so my response is, can we talk? Because this is gonna be a 2-page email that I'm not sure if I got time to go in. The reason why, and I'm realizing it now, the reason why I believe that is my offering is because I come from a tradition that is fire and brimstone. I come from a tradition that says this is the only way to God. And what I understand now is that there are many paths to God. Many paths. And I would like to argue that we're kind of on the front lines because we're not saying there's many paths to God. We're saying there's many paths to you. Let's take that in. Because if there are many paths to God, that means we are inevitably sending that life force outside of ourselves. Now, that's the thesis of my talk today. So bear with me as I get to that point. One of my favorite things to talk about is nature. And nature is a perpetual gift that gives us lessons. All right? I want to call our attention to, Rupali, help me out. What's the name of that plant that you and Celeste? Caladium. Okay. Y'all, as much as I appreciate nature, I'm still blown away by how it all works. Okay? Celeste and Rupali, and others I'm sure, put a seed in the soil, and within maybe 2 weeks, I think it was less than that, there was a little sprout that came up. And then, when y'all done with service, you'll see huge, beautiful plants with these big, fat leaves with red veins. You can't help but see them. They look prehistoric, right? Like, they've been around way longer than us. And so the other day I asked Celeste, I said, Celeste, how did y'all do it? Because I know I've planted seeds in the soil and they end up dying, right? That green thumb is just not my thumb, okay? And so Celeste said, yeah, just put it in 3 inches, cover it over, water it, boom, there it is. And I was like, I did the same thing and I killed like 7, right? So we understand that there are those of us in this community whose expressed talent is that gift, right? I mentioned a seed and soil because that seed to sprout to full plant is a metaphor that we can use in 1,000 different ways to talk about our spiritual journey, right? We can talk about the life cycle of trees and its nature to seasons, right? We can connect that to our life journey, right? Nature is abundant with examples of how we can use it in connection to our spiritual journey. I want to point our attention to another bit of nature. And I'll start with ourselves. You ever notice how when you want something really bad, let's say you want a new dining table. This happened to my mom. She wanted a new dining table, right? She was going to Rooms to Go. She was Haverty. She was looking online. She knew she wanted a new dining table. I thought the one she had was fine. But let her tell it, she needed it, okay? She got the new dining table. She had movers come in, packed up the old one, sold it. I mean, she had a whole system in place. And now I went to her house. I was in Atlanta yesterday. I'm seeing this beautiful dining table. And she's like, yeah, it's just a little too low. I'm like, okay, so what's the plan? And so I was talking to my sister, and I was like, man, T, Mom want another dining table. And what I come to learn is that is our expressed intention. We are never satisfied because our nature is perpetual evolution, right? There was a tradition where you had to sit down, shut up, be happy with what you got, right? You got a sandwich, be quiet, okay? We didn't have enough chips, you'll get something next time, right? You had to be quiet and be content, because to not be content was to demonstrate your lack of gratitude, right? Now, as a society, we've moved to a place where we can have expressed desires that defy what other people say is enough. What Sadhguru says is, you can give a person a country, and they'll want more. You can give a person a world, and they'll want more. He said, you can give someone a galaxy, and they'll still want more. That is our nature. Now, what do I mean by that? If we say we are the expressions of God, why then do we have suffering? That's one of the big questions that we have. That's the big question. Why then do we have suffering? If we affirm that there is only God and God is love, why does love do that? Why does love have war if everything is love? Why does love look like jealousy or deceit or heartbreak if love is in fact everywhere? These are big questions. And what I came to learn is that if we look at nature, guess what, y'all? Nature too is in a perpetual phase of development. What that means is science has determined we have 2 trillion galaxies. Science has determined we have 2 trillion galaxies. And what they say is, they started doing math, and they said, we can't use unknown. So science, in terms of astronomy, they don't use the word unknown anymore. They use the word unknowable. Because if something is unknown, that means you have a frame for it. That means there's a container, so it's unknown, right? So we have species in the ocean that are unknown. We only know about 90% of all the wildlife that exists in the ocean, 90%. Now, we can say that there are species that are unknown. But what science and quantum physicists use, they use the word unknowable. Y'all take that in. What that means is that there are dimensions and iterations of life that are beyond our ability to frame it. Let's take that in. So if we say there is only God, there is only love, then this fanning out, this perpetual growth, this expansion is happening in nature. So of course it's going to happen in us. of course we won't be satisfied with that particular dining room table. Because our expressed intention is more evolution, more growth, more expansion. Now, I'm not saying let's get a new car every year, right? I'm not saying the second we get something, let's not be grateful for or satisfied. I'm simply affirming that our innate desire to learn, to lift it open, to like look on the other side of it, to figure it out, to see how it works, that is our expressed nature. And that ability is also represented around us. Y'all got me? The reason why I mention that, one of the reasons why I mention that, is because we have deep traditions. We have frames in which we've been taught how to see God. And what Christina reminded me this week is, I'm actually talking about the same thing every week. And my talk is this: you are it. We are it. Full stop, terminal punctuation, boom. Close the laptop. We are it. So, as some of you know, we had an unexpected death in our family. And yesterday, I was in Atlanta. And so, I went to this funeral, and I'll try to paint the portrait of what I experienced. The church, okay, everything in Georgia, like Texas, is big, okay? So the church, our building, and the parking lot represents probably 10% of that entire building. 10%. I mean, that's a stretch. I mean, 10%. Y'all, massive, massive church. And so I'm going into this, celebration of life, and I'm steeling myself, ready to metaphysicalize everything I'm hearing, okay? I'm not wearing the minister hat, I'm wearing rye. That's who I am, that's who shows up, right? I'm sitting, and for some reason, my mom wants us to go all the way down to the front, cut the corner, and right on the second row. And I'm like, ah. And the church is massive, so I'm like looking at the spectacle. Y'all, it's gorgeous. Neon lights, huge screens, the musicians, it's a concert. It's a situation, right? Imagine like 30-foot tall ceilings with like light. So y'all know I'm in theater, so I'm like seeing the mechanisms of the theatrical experience. I am like all up in it. And my mom, she feels led for us to go to the second row. I'm like, why are we sitting here? Everything is divine. I'm here for a reason. So I'm having this conversation. And the entire service was beautiful. I mean, we're celebrating Miss Quincy. So I grew up in a single parent home, and Miss Quincy and my mom, they were like buddies. And so Miss Quincy was like, she was a stand-in for like anything, like you got that fun auntie, that was Miss Quincy for me, right? You got the auntie that don't play, that's Miss Quincy, right? You go to mom, go to Miss Quincy next, right? So the service is beautiful. The pastor is doing this thing, talking about this life that was lived. And then here it comes. Here it comes. If you want to join her, here are the steps, right? And then more comes. The theology comes. Because for the pastor, this is a captive audience to remind everybody in the room that if you're not living right, if you have not given your heart to Christ, Jesus Christ, let's keep it real, get ready. And I'm like, I'm like here, metaphysicalizing it, the God within, yes, divine, all is well. I'm like trying, y'all, I'm trying. And then it was something out of a movie. I saw somebody came up and he lifted his hands. And from my vantage point, because the church is so big, the pastor's like podium is like at least 10 feet in the air, right? And so there's this image of the pastor doing this, and then the parishioner doing this, right? And it was everything you imagined it to be, in that God is outside of yourself, right? So when we talk about surrender, this is what it looks like, right? But the surrender we're talking about is one that's within. We're going to surrender to that divine good that is so expressed that it knows the answer before we ask it. That gut hunch feeling that something told you, that thing is always there. And we're actually going outside of ourselves to affirm the truth we already know. So I'm in this service and I feel this urgency. I want to do something. I'm watching it, but we were told to close your eyes because you're not supposed to see this, right? We were told to bow your heads, okay? Bow your head. And I'm like, why? Because you were going into the prayer. You get ready to like ask God, right? And I'm like, I'm not bowing my head. This is all in my head, right? Of course I wouldn't say it. So I'm looking around and I'm seeing a sea of people, all from Miss Quincy, and a deep yearning, to live their life right. Now that's okay. That's a beautiful thing. If we say there are many paths to God, then if this is somebody's walk that gets them closest to the best expression of themselves, who am I to judge that? That's okay. I don't have to participate, but I can love and see what it is. And so I'm asking myself, what is the greatest degree of love? Is this love? Is this love? Pause there. A couple weeks ago, I was looking at, I just been on a quest. I was looking at, I'm headed to Rochester to finish a documentary. And for about 5 years, I lived in Syracuse, New York. And I was working on this project. And I was like, I wonder what happened with that project. And so I start looking into this project, and I end up in a rabbit hole, and somehow I'm on YouTube looking at a Pentecostal church in Syracuse, okay? That happened quick. I was like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like watching this sermon, okay? And in this particular church, there is no heat. It's an older, beautiful building, and the AC went out. And so everybody's sweating. And so the pastor says, y'all hot? And everybody's like, yeah. He said, y'all hot, right? And everybody's like, yeah. He said, hell is hotter. Luci, I'm looking at the computer screen like, come on. But what happens is, you hear something like that, the fight or flight inside of us is yearning to like, okay, I don't want that. Let me hear more. So even though I know that hell is a state of mind, as is heaven, I know, all the ministerial classes I've taken, and many of us on our spiritual walk don't need a ministerial class to know that that's not real, right? But something about the ego part of us, the part of us that longs for community, we want to lock in to see, okay, give me more. I want to do right. I want to live my life right. And if these are the steps, give me the workbook. So here's the thing, y'all. If in that funeral, I'm hearing a pastor say, here are the steps. And if in that YouTube video, I'm hearing this pastor say, here are the steps. I'm here to say, there are no steps. You got everything you need right now. You don't have to dig deep. You don't got to yearn. You don't got to go into some deep meditation. You don't have to fly to India and live in an ashram. You don't have to go to Seattle and live near the, I don't know what, a cabin. You name all the different iterations in which spiritual revelation has come to people. You don't got to do that. You can be at Publix. You can be at Walmart. You could be in here or not. You could be checking the email. There is no step. I am here affirming that the truth of who you are is always present. Here, now, always. We might feel disconnected from our truth. We might want to latch on to control the things around us. We might want to over-explain what's happening in our surroundings. But that's not the truest part of who we are. The truest part of who we are can walk into a room and feel, am I in the right spot? The truest part of who we are feels, I need to call this person. The truest part of who we are knows what the next step is. And sometimes the next step is to sit and wait. And that is not coming from something told me. I mean, we can call it something. We can call it gut. We can call it hunch. We can even call it Holy Spirit. But the truth of who we are is always present. Here, now. Here, now. Right here, right now. We got a question. We're not sure what direction to take. We're feeling bound or wound. We're feeling tight. We feel wronged. You go through the laundry list of our experiences as human. Whatever it is you're feeling, take that into that space of stillness. And there is no doubt that whatever question you seek the answer to is there. And the truth is, it was there before you went into meditation, because you knew what you were supposed to do. You knew you shouldn't have said that, and now you feel guilty. You kicking yourself because you knew you wasn't supposed to go down there, and now you're trying to backpedal. You said something that the deepest part of you knew was not who you truly are. And even in that space, we don't have to surrender to the guilt, the shame. In that space, we acknowledge it. Because ask any mystic, 95% of the work is acknowledgement. If we can see it, we can change it. So if we said a thing that we feel bad about, we can change it. There's awareness. We started our time today talking about the messages that nature perpetually gives us. We talked about how the cosmos is not unknown, it's unknowable. And that it's in a perpetual state of evolution. And that all of us and in our various experiences are the unfolding of more clarity, more truth, more understanding, each and every one of us. And we can multiply this by 8 billion. That's nature. The other thing that nature teaches us is that it happens without being seen. That space of stillness, that quiet place, that meditation, that taking it in, that quiet drive is happening outside of the naked eye. Let's look back at nature. Can y'all see soil? I mean, we can go to Lowe's and get like a bag of soil and cut it open and we say, that's soil, right? We can go out to any part of these grounds and roll back some grass and say, okay, there goes some soil. We can get on our hands and knees and peel back the blades of grass and see soil. We're only seeing the surface of that soil. But guess what, y'all? That soil is doing some work. This is what came through in meditation this morning. In what appears to be darkness, that soil is pulling forward all the nutrients that seed needs so that caladium that's outside can be visible. We don't see what's happening in that soil. We can say and deduce that the soil is pulling minerals. We can say that maybe the water and the sun, we can just try to estimate as to how this thing all works. But we cannot see soil. Not unless we break open the ground. The same thing is true for that inner place. We cannot see it. We cannot see what stillness looks like. We can't see what quietness looks like. We can't even see how a thing works out. But somehow it always works out. We got the new job or we didn't. But you got a new one. The relationship ended or it didn't. Right? We got food. Somebody came to the table, knocked on the door, said, here's food. It always worked out. There is not a single thing in our experience that didn't work out. Not one. If you name one to me, I'll be able to say, you're standing right here. Even with Miss Quincy, at the end of her life, her journey's not done. That's not her body. I mean, it's her body, but that's not her. That's not her. The truth of who she is does not die. That is who we are. Always. And the gift of death is we get to see that's not us. This is not us. We are fuller, deeper, more beautiful, more complex, more intelligent, more open, more aware than this. Am I clear? Did we do it?
We are it.
We are it. Amen. Thank you. Bonnie said, I gotta say amen. We are it. It's a couple takeaways, y'all. I can't help myself. One, there is no to-do list. Y'all take that in. There is nothing to do. I mean, I don't know how much effort it is to take off this jacket. Sure, we can call that a to-do. But that's what it is. The truth of who we are is always expressed. Just take off the judgment. Take off the to-do lists. Take off the, I shouldn't have said that. Just take it off. Take it off. We can't see soil work. It's working. We can't see your spiritual practice, but it's working. Every single time you get better and better and better. It's working. We can't see that. The people around you can see it, but you can't see it. There's nothing to do. You are it. Finally, our evocation affirms, when we hit that gong, that there is only God. There is only love. The foundational principle of unity, which is a global spiritual community where all faith walks are welcome, the principle is right here. God is. So I am. What that means is, if there's only God, if there's only love, I am it. If I'm wanting a new dining room table, that's no different than the literal cosmos perpetually evolving and expanding itself. I am it. There is no separation. The next time I got another talk, this is part 3 coming up. Now, what do? Because the responsibility is on us. We can't say, the devil made me do it. The enemy is on my back this week. We can't say, God is good. That's part 3. Y'all get ready, okay? That's part 3. If we can't say, thank you, God, and we also can't say, Satan is on my back. If we can't say that, what can we say? Now, I got some work to do, right? Anyway, that's part 3. Can we take a cleansing breath? And if it's your practice, I invite you to close your outer eye. And whatever nugget resonated for you today, whether it was our prayer, whether it was when you said hello to somebody this morning when you walked in, whether it was the reminder that you are it, I want you to take that into this quiet place. And we're just going to sit and allow this silence to wash over us just as we are, in all the perfection that we are, here and now. We hold the highest degree of gratitude for each other, for this place, not the physical building, but this place of stillness, this place of clarity that is always here, ever present. And whatever it is we seek, we got the answer here and now. And we hold gratitude for this truth. And so it is. Aho. Ashe. So be it. So it is. My favorite is, let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Let's get it. All right, in this moment, we're going to move into our giving. And it used to annoy me how close the offering was to the talk. But now I got it. Now I understand why it's like this. Because our job is to take this new learning and we are infusing it into our offering. So no longer is it I'm giving, it's no, I offer, I release, and in the same way, I say yes to my greater good. I want y'all to do me a favor. Reverend Marcy taught me this. This week, I want you to say thank you, okay? Can we practice it? Thank you.
Thank you.
If somebody offers you something, even if you want to say, no, say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. My mom handed me $100 yesterday. I said, Mom, no. And I thought about Marcy and was like, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. We're going to figure something out, okay? I'll take it. I'm still a little kid to my mom, okay? So we're going to say thank you for our seed. And we're going to say thank you for the abundance that's coming back, okay? So take whatever the offering is and place it over your heart. And repeat after me. We bless this seed.
We bless this seed.
May it nourish the fertile soil
May it nourish the fertile soil.
we call Unity of Gainesville.
We call Unity of Gainesville.
We expect and bless
We expect and bless
its full return.
its full return.
And so it is.
And so it is. Hey, yeah, we are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on.
Moving with the strength of surrender, I am marching.
forward.
Hey, yeah, we are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on. Moving with the strength of surrender, I am guarded for.
Same thing.
Hey, yeah, we are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on. Moving with the strength of surrender, I am guarded for.
Last one, y'all.
Hey, yeah, we are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on. Moving with the strength of surrender, I am marching on.
I am marching on. I am marching on. My fade out.
All right, so the kiddos are coming in at some point. A quick plug, we have an open mic night August 1, so please come out, karaoke, we do want to do some fun stuff. Remember what I said, anybody with a flower, I need y'all to figure out something new about them, okay? Get a new fact, a little new nugget, and then lastly, we have our creator circle that's coming up. When is that, Marcy? Next Saturday. Okay, next Saturday. Y'all look out for that. Hey, hey. Whoa, keep coming.
My goodness.
Hey.
Dada. Good morning. And we have two more friends back there that next Sunday maybe they'll come and play with us. Today we had two stories. One book was by our friend Wayne Dyer, and it's called I Am. And we found out that when we say I am hungry, happy, whatever, we're talking about our God parts. And so then we had a story called I Feel Silly. And it was silly. And we found out we can say I feel instead of I am at times. We watch what our words are. And we talked about how each one of us is important to the whole picture. And we had a giant puzzle. Well, we thought it was going to be giant. It ended up not being as big as we thought. Of a coral reef. And we all got pieces, and then we all had to work together to put the puzzle together. And that's what we got to do in life.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Gwen. I say it every week, but one of these days, Ms. Gwen is going to do our service, okay? Yes, Ms. Gwen. Whenever you're ready, we are ready. That is a serious talk.
Keeping the kids, right?
Oh, you know what? That's a great idea. I'll be like, oh, Ms. Gwen needs to get paid more. Whatever it is, triple it. Yes. All right, y'all. So this is our blessing for the children. If we could stand And we're thinking about our children in front of us, our grandkids, nieces and nephews and neighbors. And we're going to just rub our hands together and extend our hands to the children in front of us. And let's read together. Children, you are perfect just the way you are. The divine, magnificent outpicturing of Source. Everything you desire is yours because you and God are one. We love you, we really, really love you. All right, y'all, let's circle up.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Why don't you play with me?
All right, y'all, let's do this together. The light of God surrounds us. We are light. The love of God enfolds us. We are love. The power of God protects us. We are power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is. We are divine, and all is well. All right, y'all, one last thing. If we could look at that back camera, we have loved ones who are unable to be here. We love you, we see you, and we can't wait to wrap our arms around you. All right, y'all, have a nice week. Potluck next week.
He's at the restaurant right there.
In this room.
What's up, beautiful?